Aiden Rush, 11:11 a.m., 3 minutes ago. To me. I never believed the stories about the woods. The old hunters in town always warned people not to stay out after dark. They spoke about a creature that lived beyond the tree line, a creature that wasn't human, a creature that could mimic voices, a Wendigo. Most people laughed at the stories. I did too, until the night I heard my brother calling for help. It was late October, and I was staying alone at my grandfather's cabin deep in the forest. The nearest town was over 20 miles away. No neighbors, no cell service, nothing but trees stretching for miles. The first night was normal. The second night changed everything. Around 2 a.m., I woke up to a voice outside my window. Help! It sounded weak, almost desperate. I sat upright in bed. Then I heard it again. Please, help me. The voice belonged to my brother. My heart nearly stopped. My brother was supposed to be hundreds of miles away. There was no possible way he could be outside. Yet it sounded exactly like him. Every word, every breath, every detail. I rushed to the window and looked outside. The woods were dark. Too dark. Then my flashlight caught something between the trees. A tall figure, far taller than any person, standing perfectly still, watching the cabin. The voice came again. Come outside. Something felt wrong, very wrong. The figure wasn't moving, not even slightly. I locked the door and backed away. Then the scratching started. Long nails dragged across the cabin walls. Slowly, deliberately. The sound circled the entire building. Scratch, scratch, scratch. The creature was walking around the cabin. Hours passed. The scratching never stopped. Then came the footsteps. Heavy footsteps on the roof. The cabin groaned under the weight. Something enormous was crawling above me. I heard claws scraping against the wood. The sound moved directly over my bedroom. Then everything went silent. For several minutes, there was nothing. No scratching, no footsteps, no voice. Just silence. Then I heard breathing, right outside my bedroom door. Deep, wet, animal-like breathing. I stared at the door. The handle slowly began to turn. I grabbed the hunting rifle my grandfather kept by the bed. The handle stopped moving. Then the voice returned. Only this time it wasn't my brother. It was my voice, perfectly copied. Open the door. I nearly dropped the rifle. The thing outside was speaking exactly like me. Every word sounded identical. Open the door. Let me in. Let me in. The voice became louder, more aggressive. The creature slammed into the bedroom door. The entire cabin shook again and again and again. Wood splintered. The hinges began to bend. I thought I was going to die. Then suddenly, everything stopped. No breathing, no footsteps, nothing. The rest of the night passed in complete silence. When dawn finally arrived, I opened the bedroom door. The cabin was empty, but the front door had deep claw marks carved into it. Outside, huge footprints circled the cabin dozens of times. Each print was far too large to belong to a human. I packed my things immediately. As I loaded my car, I glanced toward the woods. At the edge of the trees stood the creature, at least 8 feet tall, thin as a skeleton. Its eyes reflected the morning light, and it was smiling, not a normal smile. A wide, unnatural grin that stretched across its face. Then it spoke, in my brother's voice. See you soon. I jumped into my car and sped away. I never returned to that cabin. Years have passed since that night, but sometimes, when I'm alone in my house, I hear a familiar voice outside my window. a voice that sounds exactly like someone I love, begging me to come outside. And no matter what it says,
I never look.